For this video, I'm going to be talking about the paper that I have done for this class. First, I'm going to start out with basically what the paper was. The purpose of it was to find out whether or not dialectical behavioral therapy helps people who self-harm. So the independent variable was the DBT, the dependent variable was the engagement and self-harm. My research question is, does DBT help with or help reduce self-harm? My hypothesis is if an individual receives DBT, self-harm will decrease. So my quantitative measuring tool for the DV is called the Structured Interview for Self-Destructive Behaviors. This does not use the Cronbach's alpha method. It uses the two-factor solution, and the two solutions it had two different components. So the first one was for self-harm, suicidality, and disordered eating. The numbers for those were 0.87, 0.84, and 0.66 respectively for each one. And the second one was substance abuse and sexual impulsivity, the numbers for those being 0.81 and 0.66 respectively. And for my qualitative questions for the DV, I actually had to change these up upon writing my paper because the first ones did not, reflect on my IV at all, my two of them. So I changed them to explain how therapeutic treatment for self-harm affects your engagement in the behavior. My second one is explain your thought process after a triggering event that leads to a self-harm relapse. And the third one is describe your self-care routine after a relapse. Next is the type of IRB review. That is a full application is required from the IRB because the study presents greater than minimal risk to the participants because it's bringing up emotional trauma that may hurt the participant. So that's the level of risk is greater than minimal risk. And then I would obtain consent by sending out informed consent forms, and these forms explain what the study is, what will be required of the participants, and we'll talk about the study being voluntary. Next is the sampling strategy. I am doing a probability strategy so that participants can be randomized, and I chose stratified so that it could be split up based on mental health diagnoses. And then I also wanted to mention the demographics of the participants so that that'll help you get more insight on what certain groups of people do regarding self-harm. Okay. Next is the type of design. So for quantitative, I'm doing that through a paper survey. Qualitative would be in person. The SPSS, I would do ordinal data for the quantitative and then scale for the qualitative. It would last 8 weeks or 56 days. The intervention would, of course, be DBT and would start at the second day and last for 56 days. Well, I guess technically 54 days or 55 days if it's on the second day. And then my diagram for the design is this one. I know it's backwards, but so participants are randomized. There's the observation, then the intervention, the second observation, and then they're still randomized. but there's no intervention. And then what I learned from this class is, or what helped me learn was the overviews for each module. That really helped me out, as well as the time we were given to work on things in class. And then lastly, the Google Doc we were able to work on with the professor was very helpful for me. Actually, that really helped me out in writing the final paper.